Now, because aluminium loses temperature strength at moderate temperatures, at 500 degrees, 4 to 500 degrees C, it becomes super ductile. Now, that is a unique and important property because it enables aluminium to be worked at low temperatures. So we can hot form complex shapes. We can use aluminium for extrusions, for forgings, and for superforming. The low strength means low forces, high ductility, high formability at relatively low temperatures. Let's take a breather and look at aluminium as in a larger picture. So aluminium is extrudable, it is formable, it is bendable, and we can hot or cold work it. Another obscure property of aluminium is totally resistant to sunlight degradation. It doesn't heat warp. Plastics heat warp. Aluminium is totally impervious to ultraviolet light, and it does not degrade in ultraviolet light. PVC windows and things are destroyed by ultraviolet light, the light of the sunlight. So aluminium protects package contents and is absolutely color fast. So where is it used? Packaging in containers. Aluminium is extensively used in packaging in containers. It's non-toxic. It has an infinite life. It is recyclable. It is color fast, and it is extremely strong. Next time you have a drink of beer out your can or a pop can, turn it upside down and have a look at the bottom of the can. The bottom of that can is a human hair thickness. And remember, what you've got is a pressurized hand grenade. That tin can is, sorry, tin can, that aluminium can is a pressurized hand grenade. Remember that aluminium has high strength and is corrosion resistant. Aluminium has high mirror reflectivity. Aluminium can reflect up to 90% of white light. Most of the heat energy will be reflected when a clean aluminium surface is exposed to heat radiation. The amount of reflection would depend on the condition of its surface and its temperature, but even oxidized aluminium surfaces will reflect 80 to 85% of heat radiation, and polished aluminium will reflect 97% of light, a mirror. Aluminium is soundproof. It's a light metal. So being a light metal, it is an excellent reflector of sound waves as well as electromagnetic waves. So aluminium does not ring. It doesn't allow internal noises to enter buildings, and it contains internal building sounds. So aluminium is quite a good soundproofing material. Now, aluminium has an incredible affinity for oxygen. Remember that the most stable form of any metal, including aluminium, is an oxide, and the aluminium oxide is the natural state of aluminium nature in bauxite. The aluminium readily reacts with and has a great affinity of oxygen of the air, and it forms aluminium oxide, alumina. An alumina is a molecule, and it comprises of 2 aluminium atoms bonded to 3 oxygen atoms. And the alumina is a ceramic. Now, aluminium is very reactive with atmospheric oxygen. It produces a thin alumina surface coating on any exposed surface. And the alumina, the aluminium oxide, passivates the surface of aluminium. It makes it inert. If you scratch a piece of aluminium, by the time you've walked away, it will have reacted with aluminium to form alumina. That aluminium oxide is self-healing. Very, very important. Now, aluminium is non-sparking, and aluminium is always covered with a microscopic layer of oxide, which is alumina, which is extremely hard and chemically inert. Now, sparking occurs when a metal burns to an oxide. So when you grind steel, the sparks that you can see are steel burning to an oxide. Now, because the surface of aluminium is already oxidized, and oxidizing is oxidation is metal sparking, aluminium does not spark. Aluminium is incredibly corrosion resistant. A metallic aluminium reacts with atmospheric oxygen and instantly forms a surface passivated alumina, aluminium oxide. And it is the alumina, the aluminium oxide, that gives aluminium exceptional corrosion resistance. Remember that alumina self-heals, and that alumina is the most chemical stable form of aluminium. Hence, aluminium has exceptional corrosion resistance. So aluminium will not corrode in mild acids or alkalis. And just to prove the corrosion resistance of aluminium, the statue Eros, erected in 1892 in the Trafalgar Square, at the height of the heavily polluted Industrial Revolution, and actually revealed in 1893, is totally corrosion free. It actually consists of, I think it's 16 aluminium castings riveted together. It was taken down a couple of years, given a wash and a brush up, and put back up, totally corrosion free. So aluminium is incredibly corrosion resistant. Now, the corrosion resistance of aluminium means that it is extensively used in marine, in architectural, in domestic white goods, virtually anywhere that you look. Aluminium and all its alloys in both solid and molten forms, including all its product forms, so wire, extrusion, sheet, and foil, are non-combustible, meaning they do not burn or combust when exposed to fire. So solid aluminium is non-combustible metal, therefore inflammable. So solid aluminium does not burn. And on the slide on the left hand side, you can see aluminium wheels, alloy wheels caught in a forest fire. In the middle is a recycling furnace. That temperature is probably about 800 degrees C. On the right hand side, you can see the Hindenburg airship. Everything burnt apart from the aluminium structure. So aluminium does not burn in its solid state. I trust you now appreciate the versatility of aluminium, and here's some more reading. And thank you for listening to me.